In a distant village, surrounded by imposing mountains and dense forests, stood a small school where the old master Arian taught. Arian was a wise man whose experiences were etched deeply into his aged face. At nearly 70 years old, he taught with relentless passion, always imparting valuable lessons to his students. Among his pupils, two promising young men stood out, Kiran and Ravi. Kiran was tireless, spending hours and hours studying, firmly believing that sweat and exhaustive effort were the only path to success. Ravi, on the other hand, was equally dedicated but knew that intelligence and strategy were necessary in addition to physical effort. Before we continue this inspiring story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. However, there was a stark contrast between the two young men. Kiran came from a modest family that allowed him to dedicate himself entirely to his studies. Ravi, however, was the son of a poor farmer and faced a challenging daily routine working in the fields alongside his father. On a cold and dark night, after a tiring day of labor in the fields, Ravi sat under the faint glow of an oil lamp, opening his worn books. His father, with a harsh and discouraged voice, said, "Why do you insist on these books? Look at us. We're poor, and poverty doesn't change with words printed on pages." Holding back tears, Ravi slowly lifted his head and, with a trembling voice, replied, "Father, if I don't try now, we will be stuck with the same life forever. There's only one way to change our fate, through education." His father sighed deeply and remained silent, observing the determination shining in his son's eyes. That night, Ravi barely slept. His hands trembled with exhaustion, but his dreams were too big to let him rest. One day, Master Arian called Kiran and Ravi for a final challenge that would change their lives forever. "There's a rare flower that grows only on the peak of that mountain," he said, pointing to the distant peak enveloped in dark clouds. "Whoever brings it first will be the winner. Keep watching to find out who wins this challenge. And don't forget to share this inspiring story with your friends and family." The next day, even before sunrise, Kiran quickly climbed a mountain, determined to achieve victory through maximum physical effort. Ravi watched attentively, without haste, considering more efficient alternatives. At the foot of the mountain, he noticed a mysterious old man sitting calmly on a stone. "Sir, is there another safer or easier path to the top?" Ravi asked hopefully. The old man slowly lifted his gaze with an enigmatic smile. "Yes, young man. Behind the mountain is a narrow and forgotten path. It will be much less exhausting." Ravi, using the shared wisdom, took the indicated path, saving his energy while calmly ascending the hidden shortcut. Meanwhile, Kiran, already exhausted, continued advancing with great effort. Sweat streamed down his face, his muscles begged for rest. But he did not give up. When he finally reached the summit, he was paralyzed by what he saw. Ravi was already calmly descending, holding the rare flower in his hands. "How is this possible? I worked so hard." Kiran stammered, in shock. Upon returning to Master Arian, both waited attentively for his words. The old master smiled gently and spoke deeply. "Kiran, your effort is admirable, but you must understand that brute force is not always enough. We must think, using intelligence to find better ways. And you, Ravi, were intelligent. But never forget that seeking only easy paths can prevent you from valuing the effort and perseverance necessary for true success." Both young men deeply understood those words. Many years later, Kiran became a renowned scientist, balancing effort and strategy in his revolutionary projects. Ravi, on the other hand, became a successful businessman whose decisions were marked by practical intelligence combined with constant hard work. One day, they reunited with Master Arian, now quite elderly, but with the same welcoming smile. "The secret I've learned from you, my young friends, is that true success comes from the balance between effort and intelligence," Arian said emotionally. Kiran and Ravi smiled together, realizing that the old master's wisdom had shaped not only their careers, but their entire life's journey. If you enjoyed this story, please follow our channel, subscribe, and don't forget to share this inspiring message with others.